Master Father Emmanuel, if you could just stir up the atmosphere, sing a few songs. Sit down. God bless you. Amen. Before the word comes.
Pulling down strongholds. Ancient of days, the lily of the valley. Ocean divider, mighty King of Israel. The one that ruleth and no one can dissolve. The king that enthrones every other king. You are the God that needed not chase after a man before catching up with him. The master that specializes in locking in his enemy with the breath of his mouth. Daddy, the mountain saw you and fled before you. Ocean could not stand your breath.
Hallelujah.
Oh God, the husband of the widow, the father of the fatherless, the friend of sinners, the Lamb of God, the ruling, reigning monarch of the whole universe, the one that enthroned himself that nobody can enthrone, the eternity personified, the Almighty that is doing everything in mightiness. Glory is your holy name. Jehovah Tiskenu, Elyon, Jehovah Sabbath. Father, we thank you. El Shaddai, we thank you. Adonai, we thank you for another moment, another privilege in your presence. It is not by right, it is by grace. Daddy, we thank you, sir. We say, be honored forever. Even as I yield myself unto you, let thy will be done. Speak to us, O God. Give us a receptive heart. I declare and declare by your authority that every weary heart be silent. Let every confused spirit receive their peace. Let every challenged spirit be calm. You are God that calms this roaring sea. Father, we bless you. We honor you. Let our will be done. By your authority, I silence every other powers and principalities. Every authority that is not found in the blood of the Lamb. I put them to shame once again. By the blood of the Lamb. Thank you, Jehovah. We will hear you. We will understand. You will speak. And our hearts will receive. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. Let's go ahead and give the Lord a round of applause, people of God. Let's go ahead and appreciate God Almighty. Go ahead. Give him all praise and give him all honor. Thank you. Hallelujah. Glory be to Jesus. Please let's take our seat. Once again, happy Sunday to each and every one of us. And can you please do me a favor? Just to make me be a little bit at ease. Just turn to your neighbor. Give them a good godly hug. Just smile to them. Just smile and say you are blessed and you are highly favored. My teenagers, my young ladies in the house, you are blessed and you are all highly favored. All the young men, all of us, we are all blessed in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah.
God bless you.
Hallelujah.
God bless.
Yes, honey. God bless you. God bless you. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. All right then. Okay. Let's take our seat. Now, before I go into the Word of God, there are some protocols that must be observed. First of all, I want to thank God on behalf of our bishop in absentia. Please extend my love and my greetings and my appreciation to him. We thank God for him, and I thank God for his family and for the Church of God as well. Amen. Thank you all for receiving me. Amen. And thank you, Administrator Nikki. I've got your name. The Lord bless you. Ma'am, the Lord bless you. Each and every one of us, the Lord honor you. Amen. Thank you. If I'm not given the privilege, no matter the anointing, I cannot come before you. So thank you for the privilege once again. And there is one man that made this happen. In absentia as well, please give Pastor McKeevet a round of applause. He's a very good friend of mine. I thank God for his life. He had trust in me, the God of my life. And this little girl standing before you, the little that I know, by the grace of God Almighty, the man trusted in it. And he called me, Reverend, I said, to the God that we serve the other glory. So I thank God for his life. Also, in our midst this day, is a man that I would like to quickly give you his testimony, because it has a lot to do with the sermon today as well. You see, I was once a Muslim, and while I was pregnant with them, something happens and there was an issue, and the doctor said, you know what, baby, the baby has died. And, well, on the day of the evacuation, right there in the hospital, hear me and hear me well, I had a vision. And I saw this handsome looking doctor, young and handsome, dressed in white. And he came beside the bed and he introduced himself as Dr. Isa, the way that I would understand him as a Muslim. And he told me what he wanted me to do on earth. He explained to me that he's the creator of heaven and earth, and that he created me to do this and to do that. I said, I've got no problem with that, but I've got a problem with Trinity. From where I'm coming from, we don't serve three-headed God. There is only one God. If you are Muslim or understand that principle, you'll understand what I'm saying. Anyway, he explained Trinity to me. Long story cut short. He made as if he was about to go. And I called him back. I said, excuse me, sir. You said you are the creator of heaven and earth. You are the one that created all humans. But the doctor said this baby had died. What can you do? And he smiled. He walked back to me and he smiled. And he said something. He said, I hid him from the enemy. Hallelujah. And he laid his hand on my stomach. And all he said is peace. Yes. That's all he said. He just said peace. And as he said peace, boom, the baby kicked. And as the baby kicked, I gave birth to him. Amen. Here on earth. Hallelujah. So it wasn't ordinary vision. Today I've got a testimony to show you. Because 34 years ago, that I had that wonderful younger man in that hospital. Minister David, please rise to your feet. He has become my testimony everywhere that I go. Amen. Because why? The Lord has done me well. Amen. There is nothing any other religion can say or do. Amen. I have come to realize the owner of life. Amen. The God that is able to do all things. Amen. The expert of all impossibilities. The God that knows how to step upon every mistake and turn them into his own opportunity to bless his own. Master of the world. The wisdom of the world. Wisdom personified himself. The one that no one can dethrone. I give him all the praise. Today I bring you his word. And I want you to understand that no one is perfect before the Lord. But there is something that I've come to realize in our journey with the Lord. That God Almighty that we serve, he knows those that are his. No matter how much holiness I presented to you, if my heart isn't right before him, he knows. No matter how much dancing we do before him, if we don't trust in him, he knows. No matter how much lip service we do in his house, if we don't honor this ancient of days, the God that is ancient and yet not outdated in glory, he is ancient and yet is not outdated in power, he is ancient and yet he is not outdated in authority. If you are not right, if you and I are not right before him, we will miss out a lot. I want you to also understand something this day. This is not part of the sermon, but the Lord will have me say to someone here. You cannot substitute obedience with service in His house. You cannot do what? Substitute obedience with your service. Meaning God says, do this. And then you determine, no, that ain't what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come to your house and be the cleaner, and be the usher, and be the prayer warrior, and be the preacher, and be... You just want to do what you want to do.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
If you are like that, you've missed it.
Amen.
God is not a respecter of anyone, but He's a lover of all His children.
Amen.
I love to do something, and please rise up with me to do it together with me. Let's open our scripture to the book of 2 Kings. We'll read the word of God in honor. 2 Kings chapter 4. And we're going to read from verses 1 to 7. I will read from 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 to 7. And I read. Are we all there? 2 King. And by the way, 2 King is still in the Old Testament. Yeah. Hallelujah. Chapter 4, verses 1 to 7. And it is written, a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets cried out to Elisha, saying, your servant, my husband, is dead. And you know that your servant feared the Lord. And the creditor is coming to take my 2 sons to be his slaves. So Elisha said to her, what shall I do for you? Tell me. What do you have in the house? And she said, your maidservant has nothing in the house but a jar of oil. Verse 3, then he said, go, borrow vases from everywhere, from all your neighbors, empty vases. Do not gather just a few. Borrow a lot. And when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons. Then pour it into all those vessels and set aside the full ones. Verse 5 says, so she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons. Her sons who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. Now it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said to her son, bring me yet another vessel. And he said to her, there is not another vessel anymore. So the oil ceased. And the last verse says, then she came and told the man of God, and he said, go and sell the oil and pay your debt, and you and your sons live on the rest. Hallelujah. May the power and the word of God continually bless us. Amen. Let's take our seat one more time. I want to talk about the power of recognition. The history account of this family, I'm quite sure, if not to all of us, it is well known to most of us in the house this day. The Bible told us that this woman's husband that died was a prophet, one of the sons of the prophet of God, meaning that he was a disciple behind Elisha. This man must have loved the Lord, for for him to have been a prophet behind Elisha. He must have had some certain level of understanding and trust. Trust? No, I won't use the word trust. He must have had some certain level of love for God or for his master, Elisha. But as for trust, I don't know. The Bible says for many years, I don't know for how many years, he was a servant behind Elisha. But he was one of the prophet's sons. Meaning that he was recognized as a disciple of Elisha. And anyone that knows the story of Elisha in the land of Jerusalem, in the land of Judah, in the land of Israel, in the midst of the people of God, you will know that that man was one of the greatest prophets in time. If not the greatest in his days. And you, a servant or a disciple under him, I need us to begin to connect ourselves with this word of God this day. Because you see, the problem is many of us are in the church of God, but we don't recognize the ability or the potency of the power or the power of the God that we serve. Many of us would prefer service rather than obedience. Most of us would rather want to be seen rather than allowing God to see our real inner man. We hide behind so many things. Makeups, our Brazilian wig, our this, our that, and so on. We hide behind our intellectual abilities. We hide behind spiritual jargons. How are you? I'm blessed when you know you are not blessed. How's the family? Oh, lovely jubbly. When you know your family, you and your husband are just fought. How are the children doing? Oh, they are highly favored. When you know they have become a thorn in your flesh. We hide behind so many spiritual jargons. We don't recognize the potency of the God that we serve. When we come across challenges, financial challenges, afflictions, health challenges, no matter what, no matter what it is. But instead of us to recognize the ability of the God that we serve, we hide behind what? Spiritual jargons. This man, the son of a prophet, he must have heard at least one testimony of how God has fought the battle through and won through the master that he is under at that point in time, Elisha. And yet he did not recognize the ability of the God of Elisha. If this man did not understand, has he not heard at least some of the testimonies of what God can do or what God has done through Elijah, the master of Elisha? Yet he did not recognize the potent ability of the God that he is a prophet to. Many of us in the Christendom, in Christ's body today, we are like that man. We would rather run to the government. I'm not saying there's anything wrong in that. If government has put something, social welfare things in place, they have done well. They have done well. They have planned well. But they are not the source of our destiny. If God don't give you favor with them, then nothing you can do. They won't give you anything you requested for. This also, I don't know if you are like him or you have been like him or you know somebody that is like him in your family. You need to begin to say something to them. Because for so many years that this man served under Elisha, come on, at least he must have seen, if not many, one miracle that God has done through him. So when he ran into trouble, when he ran into financial trouble, what should he have done? What should he have done? He should have gone to the man of God and said, sir, I'm going through so and so. This is the challenge that my family is facing. How can you help me? Or maybe the man was like some of us today, thinking that if I dare go to the man of God to tell him my problem, hey, I will hear it in the pulpit the next week. Let's be real with ourselves. Or if I should share with this, with that in the church, they will know my secret and they will mock me. So instead of me to go through that share with them, I would rather be quiet. Probably that was what was in his mind. I didn't know I wasn't there, I wasn't him. But I stand to say to you that was wrong. This man didn't know how to connect with the grace that is walking over his head. This man didn't know how to contact the power that is able to do all things for him. He didn't recognize it. That with God, He's the one that is able to turn despair into joy. He's the one that is able to turn every mystery into ministry. That is the one that is able to take from zero and turn it to hero. He's the only one that is able to make every impossibility possible. And he's the one that specializes, by the way, in giving people double for all their shame. This man didn't recognize. He didn't recognize. He trusted in his power. He trusted in the people around. He trusted in the creditor, in the money changers. He trusted in the things of the world. And what does the Bible say to us? Woe unto the man that put his trust in what? In man. God can use man for you. God will use man for us. But what he's saying is, trust me first. Understand me first. Then I'll begin to command heaven and earth for your sake. I will move the princess. I will move the queen. I will move even your enemy to bring her to your bosom. Everything that you desire. All I require is trust in me first. Isaiah 26 verse 3 says, I will keep them in perfect peace, whose mind stays on me because they trust in me. Proverbs 1:17 says, it is in vain that the net is spread in sight of any bird. What that verse is saying is this: people of God, can you spread your net into the sky to catch a bird there? Is it possible? What do we use net for? To catch fish. And that's why the Bible says, no matter what the circumstances or situation you are facing, no matter what enemy has brought across your path, trust in the Lord. Amen. Trust in the Lord. Amen. Psalm 34 verse 5 says, they looked unto him, and their faces were enlightened, and they were never put to shame. Amen. They were never put to shame. That will only happen when you have absolute trust in this God of all creation. Somebody shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. Somebody shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. And so this man, in fact, I wish I was on earth in his days. Anyway, if I were, what will I do? Maybe I wouldn't have the same understanding that I have now. Because this man, rather than understanding, rather than recognizing the ability of the God that he serves, He recognizes that this one has money, can help me, let me go and borrow. And then he went to man and borrowed from man. But what he forgot is that when man borrows you, they will deal with you as man. And they asked for collateral. And the man didn't have anything. So what did he do? He mortgaged his future. And what was his future that he mortgaged? His 2 children. He said to the man, I will use my 2 children as collateral. You just borrow me the money. If I cannot pay, come and take my children and use them as a slave. Many children are here in the kingdom triumphant today that our ancestors, our parents, our forefathers have done the same thing spiritually.
Hallelujah.
And we are going around with so many baggages and we don't know where it has come from. Especially to most of us that comes from Africa. You don't understand why some certain pattern of situation kept on repeating itself in your life, in your lineage, in the family. You are wondering, Lord, what is going on? Father, what is going on? Thank you, man. Father, what is going on? Daddy, what is going on? I've been praying until that yoke is broken. Amen. Until that yoke is broken. But unfortunately, the man refuses to understand the fact that children are the heritage of the Lord. They are not given that you may use them as a collateral for your creditors. How many times husband has destroyed the destiny of the wives and vice versa? How many times has a parent destroyed the destinies of the children and vice versa? How many times as a child or children rose up in their thought and think, oh, you know what, let me just take my mom's card and my dad's card, they ain't gonna know, they won't know it. And then they go on spending freely. We need to begin to understand that the God that we serve, when we recognize his ability, all things will be made possible for us.
Amen.
And I'm not saying that we will not go through challenges, but there will be that confidence and there will be that grace and there will be that understanding with us and within us that there is nothing impossible for the Lord to do.
Yes.
This is only for a time. I'm going through it. I'm not going to die in it.
Amen.
It says going through.
Amen.
When you're going through a tunnel, it will surely end somewhere. And at the end of every tunnel, there's always a light.
Yes.
Somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
This man did not recognize the grace that is working in his life. And he rubbished the grace of God upon him. Many Christians have done the same. When you don't know who you are, when you don't know what you carry, when you don't know who your God is, when you don't know what he can do, then you go and you rubbish him in the presence of unbelievers in the world. But lo and behold, the moment the man died, we saw a different story. You see, there's something about this woman that gladdens my heart that the scripture wrote about her in the scripture.
Yes.
If it has not been written, I would have been wondering, Lord, so what happened to the children? The woman was so obedient enough that we didn't hear her voice until the man died. But the moment the man died, obviously, I'm quite sure the woman did not know that her husband has also mortgaged the destiny of her children. I'm quite sure she didn't know. But the moment she realized, when the creditor came and said, come on, woman, now we want our money. Since your husband could not pay, we want your children. She said, oh, no way. She ran. You see, people of God, when you don't know what to do, it is best to always know where to go.
Amen.
The prophet that died didn't know what to do, but he could have gone somewhere, but he didn't know where to go. The wife, she didn't have anything. She was in trouble. She knew that at least there is still a man of God in town. And the Bible says when she didn't know what to do, she knew where to go. She went to the man. And you know the story. And the Bible said the moment she got to the man, Elisha said to her, what will I do with you? The woman said, sir, this is my situation. This is my situation. Okay, what would you have me do? Because if I, paraphrasing now in my own words, if I give you the money to go and pay for the, to go and pay the creditors, that will be the end of your story. You will only pay your debts, but you have nothing else to live on. Recognizing the power that worketh in you and worketh for you, and that is working through you. You may not understand fully the ability of the God that you serve. His potent ability may not be known to you, the entirety of it may not be known to you, but have a little trust. The Bible says, just as a little mustard seed, let your faith be strong in him. That's all he requires. This woman didn't know what the outcome would be. Elisha didn't make the mistake of focusing her attention on him. The man said, what do I have to give you? I don't have anything. But you tell me what you have. You see, my brother, in that little situation, in that challenges, in that house, in the situation where you think you've got nothing, there is always something. Amen. In every ridiculous circumstances, God has hidden your miraculous.
Amen. Jesus, Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
In that situation that you assume that baby father has left me, that woman has, whatever you are going through, in that shame, in that circumstances, I want you to understand that your testimony lies in that same thing. Amen. Your testimony lies in it. The woman didn't understand it fully then. But the man of God refocused her attention, took her attention away from him, and redirected her to God. And he said, now, your husband borrowed money, you go and borrow vessels. Did you see what God is doing?
Yes.
If the man has gone to the man of God, if the prophet, the husband, the late man has gone to the prophet, probably Elisha will have said the same thing to him, and he will have still remained alive to enjoy his family. But because of lack of recognition, he died in ignorance. Many Christians are dying today in ignorance because they lack the sight to see beyond their nose. I don't know who you are under the sound of my voice this afternoon, but I would like to submit to you that no matter what you are going through, God is able. Amen. He is abundantly able. Amen. To do and undo beyond your own and my own imaginations. Amen. That woman Elisha said to her, go and borrow. You may be wondering, hang on a second. The husband borrowed. He was in trouble. Now you are asking me to go and borrow again. Will I not be in trouble again? If it were to be some of us today, we will have catalog of excuses to tell the man of God that Elisha, I cannot borrow. And we start. But there was something about the woman that is different from the husband. She was an obedient woman. She was an understanding woman. She understood something about the principle of the way God works. She knew that, okay, I may not understand fully what is going to happen, but I can trust this man. And that is why for me to say that the prophet that died trusts God, I cannot say that. If he had trusted in his God, if he had total trust in the God of Elisha that he was following, he would have trusted the man with his challenge. He would have trusted him with his situation. Many of us, we follow the bishop without trusting him. We are just here for the dancing, for the music, and for the enjoyment. Many just want, boost me up, pimples, music. I hope you still ask me to come back again. Many of us, we don't see the deep things of the Lord. You see, what God wants you is your ability, your availability, your trust in Him. Leave the rest to Him. He knows what He will do. He knows what He will do. Elisha has an insight of what God can do. And the man said, you go and borrow a lot. Don't borrow few. Go and borrow a lot of vessels. And when you get to, there are some principles that you need to follow, people of God. When you want to get out of a difficult situation, follow the principle of God. Am I communicating with someone? Yes. Follow the principle of God. You don't follow your principle and expect to get the result of God. Hallelujah. It won't work. God may ask you, just take the bowl, a new bowl, put salt in it, go to the source of the river, and just pour the salt in the and you'll be wondering, how can a bowl of salt sweeten a whole river? Yes. Okay, I will do your will, sir. Yes. And the Bible said from that moment on, there was no more death in the land. Yes. Jesus. How can you explain an axe egg fell into the ocean, into the lake? Oh, master, what will we do? Okay, is there any tree around you? Just cut a branch, throw it in there. The equation doesn't balance scientifically. But when you trust Him, when you trust Him, the master that specializes in turning impossibility to possibilities. He says, is there anything impossible for me to do, Jeremiah? I am the God of all flesh. There was a smart guy in the scripture that I love so much. Do you know his name? Ezekiel 37. And God said, come here, young man. Come here. I want to show up. You see, when God shows up, He shows off. Yes. Did you hear me? Yes. I hope I'm still with you. When God shows up, He shows off. Said Elisha and Ezekiel, come here, son. Let me take you on a ride. They didn't go on a Mongo Park ride. They didn't go to amusement park. They went to the valleys of the very dry, and dry, and dry, and dry, and dry, and dry. Oh, how long have you been in that situation? And God's asking him a question. Son, what do you think about these words? Smart guy. He could have said, sir, they are dead. They are bones. I can't see anything in them. But he knew that the God that is talking, he recognizes the power and the ability in himself. Ezekiel understands the principle of the grace that no man can contend with. Ezekiel says, sir, only you can do what no man can do, Jehovah. Only you can do what no man can do, Jehovah. Only you can know what no man can know, Jehovah. Daddy said, hey boy, you are smart. Now that you say that, now I now give you the authority. Command. You see, that's how God works. When you place your trust in Him, when you recognize His ability, His grace, and His potent power, God will begin to use you for His grace. Somebody give the Lord a round of applause. Somebody give the Lord a round of applause. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your level in faith. After all, the house girl in the house of Naaman was only ordinary house girl. She wasn't an ordained minister. She wasn't a reverend like me. She wasn't nothing. She was just an house girl. But by the virtue of the word of God in her mouth, by her trust in God, by her ability to recognize the husband that there is a prophet in town. And God speaks through him. Through him, God can heal your husband. And you know the rest of the story. What can happen when you put your trust in this Almighty God? When you see, the thing is, if you, for example, now if I wasn't introduced to you and you meet me on the road, at least there was one or two people that came in. We've been here since around 10 o'clock. We sat in the car. And some of you that came into church, you walked past me. But because you didn't recognize me, you didn't know me. Nobody say hello to me. Did you? Why? Because nobody recognizes me. But from now on, if I go outside now, what will you do? The power of recognition. Is somebody getting something this afternoon? Yes. The power of recognition. Now, I also need to submit to each and every one of us in the house today that this woman followed principles of greatness. Number one, the principle of greatness is obedience. Amen. The second principle of success is what? No, the first one is obedience. The second one is endurance. She endured the situation. The man said, Elisha said to her, go and borrow. She went and borrowed. She didn't question. Elisha, what will I do with it? After borrowing, how many people? No. There are some times that you keep quiet. You just follow instruction. There are times that you ask questions. You need wisdom to understand the difference of the time. And to the glory of God the Father, the Bible explained to us, people of God, that this man, when she followed the obedience with endurance, and she if I don't say this, I don't know how God will feel about me, and I don't want to stand again. The Bible says she followed the man to the letter. The man's instruction to what? To the letter. She borrowed as much as she could. Then the man said to her, shut the door behind you and your sons. Why behind her and her sons? Because there is, you see, in the time of your making is not the time of your showing. Is somebody hearing me? Hallelujah. Unfortunately, many Christians in the kingdom triumphant, we want to show in the time of our breathing. Elisha said that's not the time to show. Come on. Shut the door against naysayers. Shut the door against negative ones. Shut the door against every speakers of impossibility. What do you want to do? Shut the door against every discouragement. Are you sure? A small bottle of oil? What are you going to do? How are you going to fill all this vessel with a small bottle of oil? There are naysayers all around us, even in the families. Shut the door against them. Hallelujah. If you know where you are going, you should know how to get there by the directive of the Holy Spirit. The scripture says, David says, your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Shut the door. If the woman hadn't shut the door, probably the creditor would have come and said, silly woman, what is she doing? And they start mocking her. Even her neighbor, her colleagues, the one that she borrowed the vessel from, they will have mocked her. Because everything she was about to do, to them it would have looked stupid and foolish. No wonder Apostle Paul says, the things of the cross is foolishness unto them. Because they don't understand the power therein. But my question is, you that is a child of God, do you understand the power therein? Do you understand the power therein? Do you understand the power therein? Do we understand the power therein? This woman did not know where it will all end, but she is good at obeying instruction. Many of us Christians, we don't know how to obey instructions. That's why we find ourselves in so many troubles. she obeys. First jar, second one, third ones, as many as she had. And then she said to the son, bring me more. Mama, that's the end of it's all done. She said, all finished? All finished. Okay. The Bible said that moment, when her obedience has finished, something stopped. People of God, we need to understand by the grace of God, as I'll be concluding this sermon at this moment, I want you to understand that this woman, in her little obedience, didn't know what it will end up to be. She didn't understand what the next thing is. The next step, the next strategy. You see, you cannot win any battle with your weapons. Weapons are good for war, yes, but you win the battle with strategies.
Amen.
You win battles with strategies.
Amen.
The woman went back to Elisha. Sir, I've obeyed the first instruction. What is next? This is what has happened. Teaching us a principle of accountability.
Yes.
Many Christians don't want to. Unfortunately, many ministers don't even want to be accountable to anybody. Talk less of church members. But the woman was accountable. She went back to Elisha. She said, sir, I have done the first instruction, and this is the outcome of the instruction. The oil has stayed, but all the vessels are full. You say, that is what will happen to you. When you obey the instruction of the Lord, all your vessels will be full.
Hallelujah.
Elisha looked at her. She said, okay. Now that you have obeyed the first instruction, now the final instruction is this. Now go and sell. Pay your creditor and leave on the rest.
Hallelujah.
Somebody give the Lord a round of applause. There are some few things I want you to notice here. Number one is this. The woman could have said, oh, fine, thank God for the man Elisha. Thank God for the prophet. All that he has said to me, I have done. I've got the oil now. And then immediately she would have shouted, neighbor, 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 my friend, come. She would have called, if it were to be some of us today, I'm not saying all women. You know, we are very beautiful. We are very calm. And we are very, very sensible. Many of us, we don't have mouth diarrhea. We are intelligent people, are we not?
Yes.
And we shall be in Jesus' name.
Amen.
This woman didn't have mouth diarrhea. She didn't went to the town and said, oh, come and see American wonder. She didn't shout her glory out. You see, there is a time of showing, there's a time of heeding.
Yes.
She didn't showcase her glory when it is not yet ripe. She hid what God has done. Close the door against it. Sir, I'm here for the next instruction. If we're to be some of us, the person that you think is your friend, hello Janet, can you imagine what the Lord has done? And the Bible says she didn't open the door that the enemy will be able to peep in as well. She shut the door against you. Many a times, the little that God wants to test you with, begin with you with, you open it to the world. Learn to hide. Esther can talk, but she kept quiet until the right moment.
Wow.
If she had spoken up before the right time, no victory would have been won for them. You see, with Mordecai had wisdom and understanding on how things will run. He had a clue of what God can do. Esther has no understanding, but she has position.
Yes.
what? And position. You see, when you are not strategically placed, you cannot win strategically. Did you hear me, ma? When you are not strategically placed, you cannot win your battle strategically. God has to remove somebody from the throne and strategically place his own. Because he knew what the devil planned for the future of the Jews. I'm quite sure Mordecai and Esther did not know why they were being taken as slaves. They didn't know what the future would hold. Why are you here in England if you are not born here? So some of us that travel down, did you know why God brought you here? You may not have understood. But one thing is sure, God doesn't waste his time. So when position and wisdom come together, victory won. Amen. When obedience of the woman, of the wife of the prophet, came together with a man of great insight, the man that recognizes the ability and the potency of God, miracles happen. Somebody give the Lord a round of applause. When are you going to allow God to walk or to work miracles in your life? By your own obedience. When are you going to allow God? By your own endurance and by your own understanding. When are you going to allow God? When am I going to allow him? We go through what needless pain we bear when we do not take everything to Jesus in prayer. Needless pain, needless anguish. The man should have died if he had recognized God in the life of Elisha and had gone to him. Elisha would have rescued him as he has rescued the wife. The man didn't know anything. Or God knew, or God was waiting. I want you to understand that God will never interfere in what you don't call him into. Take that for sure. If he you see, there are general blessings, there are specific blessings. Under the general blessings, you might be blessed, you might receive one thing or the other. But when you want a specific blessing, trust in him. Invite him into the situation. And he will take charge. He will take charge. In closing, I read this testimony from one of the daily Bible reading. I can't remember which particular one now. A young lady was going out with her friends. And they came to the mother and they said, "Mom, we're going out. We'll see you later." The mom said, "Please, invite God to go with you." I don't know if any one of you have read that same illustration. It was a true life story. And the girl said to the mother, "If God can stay in the boot, there's no space in this car." And the mother kept quiet. Lo and behold, on their journey, there was an accident and all of them died. All of them died. But guess what? There was a crate of eggs in the boot. There were some other things in the boot. Not the car that tumbled, that crushed, that deep. You should understand what accident is. Not a single egg got broken. But that's what the girl says. If God can stay in the boot, if God can stay in the boot, there's no space for him in the car. And God stays in the boot, and he protected everything in the boot. Amen. Where do you put God in your life, brother? The late prophet didn't put God in his right place. See where he ended him. Tabitha, Dorcas, in Acts of Apostles chapter 9, the scripture says she put God in the right place. Death could not even take her away. When she got sick and died, the people said, Death, you are joking. You are serious. This woman, she ain't going nowhere. And the Bible said, they ran to Joppa, they called Peter. He said, Sir, oh yeah. When Peter came, the Bible said, people start saying to him, see what she has done, see what she has done. Because she had her trust in the Lord. And the Bible says, Peter said, Father, you know what? This lady has to come back. Tabitha! Dorcas! And the Bible says what? She arose. When you know the ability of your God, when you put God in the right place in your life, when you trust Him and you can endure with Him, you will always come out a victor. Somebody rise to your feet. Rise to your feet. You can go ahead and give the Lord a round of applause. You can do better for the Lord. Before I take just one point of prayer, I want to say this in closing to us. The scripture says, the woman obeyed the first instruction. She went and also obeyed in totality the second instruction. Go and sell and pay off your debt and live on the rest. You see, many times we want to take the place of God. What we should sell, we start to give. We want to show that I'm a kind person, so that Mama, Administrator Nikki can know that I'm a nice woman. Come and take some oil. Come, don't tell anybody. Take some oil. Was that the instruction? No. That doesn't mean that you are mean. It simply means that you that is still trying to climb out of a ditch, you cannot bring anybody out until you are on top. Such is about the Lord fast. Close your eyes. Begin to speak to the Lord. Father, sort me out at this moment. Where am I failing you? Lord, sort me out. Help me, God. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Go ahead and speak to the Lord. Nobody is perfect. The woman wasn't perfect. If she were perfect, she too would have run to Elisha before her husband died. But thank God, after the death of her husband, she was able to recognize her mistakes and she went quickly to the right place for the right solution. Speak to God. Father, direct the path of my life. May I not go to the enemy to look for solution to my destiny. Speak to the Lord. Help me, Lord. If you can help that woman, Father, you can do more for me. I am under a better covenant. I am under a better grace. I am under the greatest grace. The grace of our Lord and our Savior, Lord Jesus Christ. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Is there any area that my ancestors have sold away my destiny? Father, restore my destiny back to me. Restore my destiny back to me, Lord. Is somebody praying in the house this moment? Father, restore me. Restore my destiny. Restore my life. I may not know what my family have done, my ancestors have done. I may not know, but Lord, I know you now. I understand your ability. I understand your power. I If the children of the woman could not be taken as a slave, nobody dare touches my son. Now, if you are a mother in the house, if you have children, I want you to begin to decree over your children that, Lord, in the name of Jesus, I retrieve my children back from every creditor, every spiritual creditor. I retrieve my children's glory. I retrieve my children's destiny. I don't know what my husband has done. I don't know what my husband has done. I don't know what my wife has done. But Lord, I retrieve the destiny of my children back from the love of negativity. I retrieve them back. If you don't have the children yet, pray to your future that nobody will market the destiny of my children. Nobody will market the destiny of my children. Somebody open your mouth and pray. Nobody will market the destiny of my children. Youth, open your mouth and pray. You said the children were too small. They couldn't pray for themselves. But you are old enough. You can say something to the Lord. Father, I am in the edge. This society are telling me something. The people culture is there. Traditional cultures are there. People are telling me everything is fighting against my growth. But Lord, secure my destiny. Come on, you say something to the Lord. Father, secure my destiny. Secure my destiny, Lord. My under name, Father, secure my secure my destiny, Lord. Secure my destiny, Lord. Who has suffered you? Has your husband forget your destiny? Tell God, Father, restore me back. Restore me back, restore me back, oh God. Restore me back, oh God. Who has forget my destiny? By force, by fire, I retrieve my destiny. By force, by fire, I retrieve my destiny. By the blood of the Lamb, I retrieve my destiny. By the blood of the Lamb, I retrieve. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. The Bible says you are not finished praying. The Bible said the woman obeyed the last instruction. She went and she sold. She paid off her creditor. Now you will pray. Every debt of my life paid by the blood of the Lamb. Oh, you begin to pray. I may not have physical money. I may not have physical cash. But by the blood of the Lamb, I pay off every debt. The blood of Jesus has paid my debt. The blood of Jesus has paid my debt. I am set free. I am set free. My children are set free. My home is set free. My destiny is set free. My life is set free. My calling is set free. Every God has entrusted upon my life is set free. The ministry is set free. My business is set free. I am now an entrepreneur. In the name of Jesus Christ. I shall not be a borrower. I am the lender. I will not be the tail. I am the head. For you, the Lord, has given me power to make earth. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. And the scripture told us, the Bible said the woman sold and she'll live on the rest. You see, the amazing thing is that if you go to Jerusalem, Israel today, the generation of that woman are still selling the oil. They are still selling oil in their generation. Has anybody been to Israel? Your mom, she said, so please ask her. That the generation of that woman, they are still selling the oil today. It may have ceased physically, but spiritually speaking, the grace is still continuing. That's why we say cresceo continua. The God that has worked, that is still working. Finally, Elisha said, go and live on the rest. Father, let your grace be sufficient for me to live on. Open your mouth and pray. Let your grace be sufficient for me to live on. Let your grace be sufficient for my children to live on. I'm quite sure between the father and the mother, the children will love one better than the other. They will love their mother more than their father. The reason is that the mother didn't mortgage Lord, enable me to live on your grace. Let my children enjoy your grace. Let my family enjoy your grace. Let the church of God enjoy your grace. To the glory of your holy name. Blessed be your holy name. Blessed be your holy name. In Jesus' name we pray.
Come on, church, you can't be better than that. You can be better than that. Bless the woman of God out there, Reverend Paula, Auntie Paula. Hallelujah. Recognize the ability of God in the name of Jesus Christ. We thank God for what He's done in His house today. Oh God, give us the ability to be obedient, to endure in the name of Jesus, to trust you, Father God, to the letter in Jesus' name. And when we have failed, forgive us, oh God. Put your hands together again, once again. For a wonderful word of God in Jesus' name. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! The ability to recognize our God and to trust our God. Put your hands together for the King of Kings and the woman of God. Hallelujah! Amen. The goose in our people. Hallelujah! Take up the praise in Jesus' name. In the world, can we sing 2 songs? Amen. Hallelujah. Let's sing this first before we go any further. Let's sing What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Amen. Hallelujah. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what we often forfeit. Oh, what needless praise we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Let's sing it again, what a friend. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. The woman of God also said something. Amen. Our testimonies. Our testimonies. Amen. It's not in vain. Amen. Our testimonies to progress us and to carry us through. The ability to recognize the power of our God. Amen. There needs to be a shaking. Hallelujah. Amen.
By the rivers of Babylon, where we
Your situation is changing today. I told you earlier that today is a special day.
Amen.
You will receive your miracle today in the name of our Lord Jesus. Our God is good.
All the time.
Miracle worker. You are a miracle worker. Come and do a miracle today. Come and do a miracle today. Miracle worker, hey, miracle worker. Come and do a miracle today. Come and do a miracle today. His name is Yahweh. His name is Yahweh. You're a miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. You're a miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh. Destiny changer. Your destiny changer. Come and change my destiny today. Come and change my destiny today. Destiny changer. You're my destiny changer. You're a miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh. I invited Pastor David to come and say something to us, and then I was on the television.
Good afternoon, church. Good afternoon, church. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. The Lord God Almighty, all praise, all glory, all honor, because He is the one and only. He is the great and mighty God. He is the everlasting Father. He is the help of all generations. Without Him, none of us can live, none of us can move, none of us can have our being. The Bible says that He is great and high. He is the most high God. Let's give praise to the Almighty God. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you all so much for coming to worship the Lord Jesus Christ this afternoon. You have not come to see man, you come to see God. And when you give God first place, He will certainly come and show up in your life as the first and foremost deliverer. Praise the Lord. So out of all the praises and the worship that you have given and rendered to the Most High God today in this house of worship, this blessed house of worship, I want you to be assured, I want you to be confident in the fact that God's word that has entered into your hearts today, that has entered into your spirit, will be the rechargeable power that will take you out into this new week and make you an overcomer in Jesus' name. Praise the Lord. Because that's the value of coming into the house of the Lord. Because every time the storms of life, they batter us, the challenges that we face, they make us feel it's too much. But when you come into the house of the Lord, you are refreshed, you are strengthened, and then you are revitalized as well. So that when you go back out there, the Bible says the righteous shall be as bold as a lion. Go out there and overcome every strategy of the devil, every false lie of the devil. Just bounce it away. Bounce it away with the shield of faith. With the shield of faith, and know that your God, who is the faithful and true witness, He cannot lie. He says you will prosper. He says you will do well. He says you will be the head and not the tail. He says that wherever the soles of your feet touch, it shall be yours. Your territory, your domain, your dominion. Praise the Lord. If you are a child of the King of Kings, you will walk in dominion this week, and you will not let anybody tell you otherwise. Praise the Lord, somebody. Praise the Almighty Jesus. So I want to say a thank you to you again, because you have come. You have not stayed at home watching football. You have not gone to the pub. You have not gone to the park, although the park is nice. Praise the Lord for lilies and trees and everything. You have come to honor the Most High God. Whenever you honor the Most High God, first and foremost, He does the extraordinary for you. So I'm encouraging you to continue like that, and you will never see His hand of miracles stop in your life. Praise the Lord. Praise the living Jesus. Amen. So just before we round up, I would like us to sing one small song. You see, this is what we'll be doing for eternity, isn't it? We'll be praising, we'll be worshiping, we'll be glorifying the Lord, and we'll be enjoying the beauty of His presence. So don't be tired of singing. If you're not a choir member today, start practicing. Because when you get to heaven, you're going to be joining the sopranos, the altos, the tenors, the bass. You're going to be one of the heavenly choir. In Jesus' name. Who receives that? I receive it. I receive it. Praise the Lord. Praise the living Jesus. Alright, I know we know this song. We must know this song. This song, I'm sure it was written before I was born. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. Did you say to give the benediction?
Yes, please.
Praise the Lord. All right. Well, we'll do it together. We'll do it together. So let's join, as if you're near anyone near, so you just join hands together in a spirit of fellowship, and we'll say the grace together, and the Lord will dismiss us with His blessing. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Are we ready? All right. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Wow. You know the new edition. Yes. And we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. God bless you, everybody. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Hallelujah. Amen. We have a meeting. Amen. Church is not dismissed. You still want